The M2 is a two-door thrill ride that reaffirms BMW's ability to build the ultimate driving machine. Based on the beloved 2 Series, this rear-drive coupe has a wide-body appearance and high-performance upgrades. Its turbocharged N6 teams up with a clairvoyant chassis that rewards time spent on the racetrack, but the M2's stiff suspension is abusive on regular roads. Those seeking a precision instrument for high-speed shenanigans, however, should skedaddle to the nearest BMW dealership and sign the papers for this amazing M car. High's clairvoyant chassis, gleefully violent thrust, standard stick-shift transmission. Low's masochistic ride, sedated interior lacks quality. M240i is cheaper and comfier. Verdict: the mighty M2 confirms that BMW can still build an ultimate driving machine. What's new for 2018? The M2 receives minor revisions inside and out for 2018. The redesigned head and taillights switch to standard LED projectors. The cabin updates include a refreshed dashboard, a revised gauge cluster, and small tweaks to the center console cup holders and window switches. The infotainment system upgrades to the latest iDrive 6.0 interface, now with touchscreen functionality and improved voice recognition. A new Black Shadow edition is equipped with carbon fiber exterior accents, special 19-inch wheels, and black sapphire metallic paint. What was new for 2017? The first M2 hit showrooms in 2016, offered with few options and with the coupe as the sole body style. BMW's iconic M Performance division made key improvements, outfitting the M2 with a lighter and more vigorous suspension, bolting on bigger brakes and lighter 19-inch wheels with stickier tires, tuning its turbocharged N6 for increased power, and adding an advanced limit-slip rear differential. For 2017, the optional executive package added a 4G LTE hotspot and wireless smartphone charging. An M driver's package was new, too. This included a day performance driving school and a software update that raises the top speed limiter from 155 miles per hour to 168. Trims and options: we'd choose the M2 starts at $55,495, exactly $2,000 more than in 2017. Classmates such as the Audi RS3 $55,875 and the Mercedes AMG CLA 45 $51,395 have similar performance but unique driving characteristics, plus all-wheel drive and 2 extra doors each. The Ford Mustang GT 350 $58,140 and the Chevrolet Camaro SS1 $44,995 are track-ready wildcard alternatives that copy the BMW's rear-drive coupe configuration. Our preferred M2 would include these options: executive package $1,550 with adaptive headlights, wireless charging, 4G LTE hotspot, heated steering wheel, and all available active safety features. Long Beach blue metallic paint $550. Apple CarPlay $300. We'd skip paying extra for the sunroof $1,050. The 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission $2,900. And the M driver's package $2,500, which are the only other options available. The final cost is $57,895. While BMW has strayed from its driver-first philosophy, it continues to build brilliant engines such as the M2 Snorty turbocharged mill. BMW does stand for Bavarian Motor Works, after all. The M2's powerful N6 has been fortified with internal components from the 425 horsepower BMW M4 and tweaked to make 365 horsepower and 369 lb-ft of torque. That combination reaches the rear wheels via a standard 6-speed manual transmission or an optional 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. What's new for 2018? The M2 has the same turbocharged engine and pair of transmissions for 2018. BMW has announced that the powerful N6 from the larger M3 and M4 will make its way into a new M2 competition, which will boast 405 horsepower and a stiff air suspension. This model will arrive later in 2018 as a 2019 model and replace the current M2, but until that day comes, we're content with this setup. 2017 BMW M2. No matter the gearbox, the M2 accelerates with unbridled ferocity and a snarling exhaust note. The twin-scroll turbo responds on demand and delivers linear power throughout the rev range. The manual transmission version we tested had a satisfying short-throw shifter, and the gearbox automatically matches revs on downshifts, blipping the throttle to raise engine RPM for a smooth engagement into the next lower gear. Turning off the stability control defeats this feature, enabling stalwart heel and toe aficionados a chance to do their preferred tap dance on the pedals. Still, the stick shift box can't quite match the speed and smoothness of the automatic. The dual-clutch M2 that we tested went from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.1 seconds, a mere eye blink slower than the Mercedes-AMG F22 and Chevrolet Camaro SS automatics. The RS3, however, leaves the M2 in its dust. The manual transmission M2 can hang with the Ford Mustang Shelby GT350 and the Chevrolet Camaro SS1 in a drag race to 60 miles per hour. After that, it falls a bit behind by the end of the quarter mile. Every M2 has an electronically controlled limit-slip differential called Active M that improves traction at the limit and allows tire smoking sideways action when you turn off the stability control. However, the differential on our long-term had to be replaced early on in its stay with us. The M2 has 2 fewer driven wheels than the Mercedes-AMG F22 and the Audi RS3, yet it's thirstier than both at the pump. The BMW has standard automatic stop-start technology to reduce fuel consumption, but its EPA estimates and real-world fuel economy exceed only the heavier V8-powered alternatives. What's new for 2018? The 2018 M2 carries the same engine and transmission with the same EPA estimates as before. As a result, we don't think its real-world fuel economy would differ. 2017 BMW M2. The automatic and manual M2 share an EPA-rated 26 miles per gallon highway. However, those who save the manual will lose 2 miles per gallon around town, so says the government. We've devised our own fuel economy test in an attempt to replicate how most people drive on the highway. Our procedure entails a 200-mile out and back loop on Michigan's I-94 highway. We maintain a GPS-verified 75 miles per hour and use the cruise control as much as possible to mimic the way many drivers behave during long trips. While we've yet to test a manual M2 on our fuel loop, the automatic version had an impressive run that returned 28 miles per gallon, 2 miles per gallon better than advertised. Still, the quicker competitors in its class exceeded that figure in their own EPA estimates. The BMW also has a short highway range, which was as annoying as the uncomfortable driver's seat that this writer endured on a road trip from Michigan to Kentucky. Like an explicit scene from 50 Shades of Grey, the M2's punishing ride needs a safe word. But there isn't one. Those willing to accept the abuse on regular roads will be rewarded with pure ecstasy on the track. There, the M2 handles like an extension of its driver, with gleefully violent thrust and a clairvoyant chassis. At Lightning Lap 2016, the Berserk Bimmer with its 365 horsepower was quicker around Virginia International Raceway than the 575 horsepower Jaguar F-Type Project 7 and the 707 horsepower Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. What's new for 2018? After earning a 2017 10 Best Cars Award, the M2 was dethroned by the marvelous Audi RS3 in 2018. While no one wants to settle for silver, the Bimmer is still an undeniable blast to drive and an eternal gold medalist to driving enthusiasts. Acceleration punch, the push-button start, and the M2 awakens with a rebellious snort that subsides at idle. Its active exhaust system has a distinct tone that changes with the selectable drive modes Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus, and crackles through the 4 tailpipe megaphones. Although the quickest M2 we tested had the 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, The 6-speed manual was only 0.1 second behind in the sprint to 60 miles per hour. Both models release the butterflies in your stomach and compress your chest at takeoff. Press the rocker switch on the center console to Sport or Sport Plus drive modes and the throttle response quickens. Ride, handling, and steering. Harsh rider side, the M2 is a phenomenal driver's car. Namby-pamby drivers who complain will find solace in the softer BMW M240i. But the M2 sticks to the road as if it were welded in. It posted 1.00 grams on our 300-foot skid pad wearing 19-inch rolling stock wrapped in Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires. Instead of the adaptive dampers available on most rivals, the BMW uses conventional passive shocks tuned the old-fashioned way. That, plus rear drive, a wider track, and a stiffer structure than in the standard 2 Series imbues the coupe's chassis with reflexive responses. Unfortunately, the electrically assisted power steering spoils some of the fun. Its effort increases in the higher drive modes, but the all-important feedback that telegraphs what the front tires are doing as you push hard is faint, unlike the company's old, and brilliant, hydraulic steering systems, which offered vivid feedback. Braking. The M2 inherited its beefy brakes from bigger, more powerful BMW M cars. Its massive rotors and powerful binders provide excellent pedal feedback that never fades. This setup halted our test car from 70 miles per hour to 0 in 152 feet, beating all but the Mercedes-AMG Class 45 and Chevrolet Camaro SS1. Test results: maximum braking capability, lightning lap performance. A 0 to 60 mph time will tell you how quick a car is. Its skid pad performance will reveal its steady-state grip. Its stopping distances will illustrate how competent its brakes are. However, there is no test that better combines all these objective metrics than a flat-out lap of a challenging road course, which is exactly why we developed our annual Festival of Speed, Lightning Lap. Every year, we convene the hottest cars we can get our hands on and gather at Virginia International Raceway, outside Alton, Virginia. There's Grant West courses, 24 turns spanning 4.1 miles of pure automotive torture. To turn an exceptional lap, a car must be fast, handle brilliantly, and brake with authority. We started this tradition in 2006, and our all-time leaderboard lives here. The chart below illustrates the lap times of our test car, along with selected competitor vehicles and the year in which each participated in Lightning Lap.